Good morning, everybody. Healthy Prepper here with three no-cost ideas to help you with your preps. I was asked by a viewer to come up with some ideas, so I thought of three and I thought I'd share them. They're not rocket science, but they might give you some options out there, because I know we're all trying to save some cash while we're going through this prepper journey together here. Okay, so idea number one is these little guys, these little silica gel packets that you find inside vitamins, inside, you get sneakers, you find these packs, electronic boxes, you find these packs. They're everywhere. And basically what silica gel is, it's an inert substance that absorbs moisture. It's a very porous substance that absorbs moisture. So it's very good for dry storage of anything, and foods as well. So you will find it in all sorts of different items. So save these up. When you get them, save them up. These can actually be reused. They will absorb up to 40% of their own weight in moisture. So when you get them, collect them, lay them out on a cookie sheet, pop them in your oven at about 220 degrees, a low heat, for about 2 hours, and that will dry them out. And these are reusable. So you can reuse these. Don't overcook them. And so that's number one. And you can use that in combination with some already at-hand items that you may have. Let's say you don't have enough cash to go buy the Ziploc Mylar bags. Well, take a look to see if any of the food products that you purchase actually are Ziploc Mylar bags. I happen to have this dog food bag, and it is a Ziploc Mylar bag. It's a very thick Mylar. It's a good quality prepping Mylar bag. What I did was I washed it out and cleaned it really well, and I let it air dry very well before I decided to use it. And let's say, for example, I'm going to be storing some of these Swiss Miss Cocos. They're already protected by their own tinfoil packaging, but it's not a Mylar, so it's not as good as I would like to have it. But putting it into an already designed Mylar bag and then popping in some of these silica gel packets, that's going to help reduce the moisture greatly, and that's going to extend the life of the food. Now, a silica gel packet is not the same thing as an oxygen absorber. Oxygen absorber removes oxygen. Silica gel packet removes moisture. I don't know why we don't use the silica gel packets in prepping more. We probably should. Something to think about. All right, so anyway, if I have my own bag, I don't have any fancy food saver or anything like that. What you want to do is manually remove as much of the oxygen in this bag as you can. So basically that's just going to mean laying it down, flattening it out as much as possible, and then closing your Ziploc. Okay, so that would be that idea. So keep an eye on all food packaging products to see if they can be reused. If you do reuse food packaging products, be sure to absolutely clean them as best as you can. Use bleach or something like that to make sure that they're clean. The second thing is, take a look in your prepper's garden if you have one, or take a look in your local community to see what's growing out there. I happen to grow a rosemary bush, and I can also use this to help repel insects, as well as used for cooking. So what I do is I dry the rosemary sprigs, and I use a dehydrator, but you don't have to. You can actually sun dry or just air dry these. And actually, you can put these in a Ziploc bag with some silicate gel packets, the ones I just showed you, and that will help dry them even faster. So anyway, I took off all the little rosemary things, and I have the twigs left. Now, these twigs are still extremely fragrant with rosemary essential oil, and I can place these inside my prepping room, around the base boards, things like that, in backs of cupboards. You can put this anywhere in totes, in drawers, anywhere you're storing your prepping items. You can use rosemary twigs. You can also use eucalyptus twigs and bay leaves and things like that as well. So take a look at what you have on hand and look for other purposes for it. And just know that a lot of essential oils naturally repel insects. And so that's the second idea. The third idea I actually got while I was on a jog the other day, jogging around the neighborhood, and I saw this nice little, very sturdy 3-drawer dresser that somebody was discarding at the edge of their driveway. And I thought, my God, that is a perfect storage place for prepping items. And it's actually especially good for these kind of sacks because you can load them in a drawer very easily. They lay on top of each other. They're not going to fall off like they would on a shelf. Plus, you can load the drawer from bottom to top so you maximize your space used. You can also put a bunch of these or something like this in the bottom of the drawer to repel insects. So keep an eye to see what other people are discarding to see if you can reuse it for prepping purposes. So furniture items are actually great for that. And if you don't have a lot of space, you can, let's consider your own furniture items, consider replacing them with items that you happen to find that may have drawers. Let's say you have a table with no drawers. Or replace it with a table with drawers so that you can use that for storage and you don't have to buy extra shelving or anything like that. So those are 3 items, I hope, or 3 ideas, I hope they help. I would absolutely love to hear your ideas of no-cost prepping ideas. If you absolutely have no cash on hand, what can you do? And so those are the tips of the day. I hope they help, folks, and I love hearing from you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.